Hello and welcome back to Crosshatch Puzzles. We're here for another New York Times Daily Crossword Solve. Today is Wednesday, June 10th, 2026, and today's puzzle is a collaboration from David J. Kahn, who has contributed almost 200 puzzles to the New York Times over the past several decades, and his grandson, Ethan Quigley. So that's a fun collaboration. I don't know whether this is Ethan's first for the New York Times. I feel like they would have mentioned that if it was. So I don't think so. But in any case, this is a Wednesday puzzle, so we'll expect a midweek, mid-difficulty themed puzzle. And we see some blocks of sort of almost Tetris-shaped sort of blocks of black squares, which will necessarily give us lots of shorter fill. But presumably necessary for the theme today, and we'll see what that all entails when we get into it, which we're going to do right now. So let's dive in for Wednesday, June 10th by David J. Kahn and Ethan Quigley. Landon, who ran against FDR in 1936, not a clue. Big Dust Up, 1958, 1962, 1970, 1994, 2002. No idea. All that jazz, maybe, but let's check the Z's. That'll be easy. In a Zen state, fully present. Veer quickly is to zig or to zag. Zag looks better. It might be big or bright, an idea. So zag looks okay there. Tam tam, for example, a type of gong. Hullabaloo is an ado. Wikipedia's logo, for example, a jigsaw puzzle, I think. Longs for. And with 4 in brackets, the entry here is going to also take 4 afterwards. I'm not sure. Oh, what else is there we can get here? Comes to. Wakes, possibly. Wakes up. Deuces are 2s in cards, or in anything. Not at all. Not at all. Online crowdfunding platform. Kickstarter, I think. Biltmore Blank, America's largest privately owned home. I'm just going to take a wild guess that it's estate, Biltmore Estate. Not at all. Why don't I see that? Basketball position for a team's tallest player usually is center. Some mattresses, springs. Spring mattresses, maybe? 3-player card game. Dog in the Thin Man. Oh, this has come up in the puzzle before, but I don't know why I would remember that. Tribe of the Colorado Plateau. Striking out here. What if this is spring? No, that doesn't work. Some mattresses. I think we want this to end in an S anyway. In which case... do we want the name? Certas, maybe? Not at all. No wise? Why would that be? Is this Scat, the card game? Prepare in a way as zucchini. To slice or to zucchini? Is this Utes, maybe? Prepare in a way. What do you do with zucchini? University of Maryland athletes. Oh gosh. And this is another theme clue. I need to go back somewhere else. I think longs for, I don't know, kind of dish for culturing microorganisms. A petri dish, something I know. Quickly, ASAP, I guess, probably. Broadway actress Philippa Sue of Hamilton. In the past, probably ago. Balcony section, the loge. Fluffy slippers, for example. Foot something. This looks like Alf Landon, perhaps. Foot what? I don't know. Money market account figures. Blank house residence for visiting dignitaries in Washington. I don't know. One making calls informally. An umpire making calls on the baseball field. Anti-smuggling group. Don't know. Oh, here's a spanner. Global club with only 8 members, each of which appears in circled letters with its country code. Global club with only 8 members. Is there any chance it's the UN Security Council? It's not. Okay. Feast offering loamy salmon. Is this a luau? Oh. Only 8 members. Does this have to do with the World Cup? And I only ask because it lists years here, and it lists multiple years. Oh, here's one I know. Lady Bird director Greta is Greta Gerwig, and so this one is Germany. World Cup winners. Could be. Cinco de Mayo birth, for example, a tortoise. So this would be Uruguay. Motivator of a sort. A nudger, maybe? Suffix with serpent. Serpentine, probably? Madrid's Blank Sofia Museum. Reina Sofia, I think the Queen Sofia. Japan Airlines hub. Naruda? How you might feel after a marathon. Wiped, maybe? Studio sign on air. Lose a water balloon fight. Say, get wet. Oops. Let's try that again. Get wet. Mars, notably. Mars, notably. Red God or something like that? What else can I get in here? What is this? Oh yeah, longs for. Lusts for, maybe? Notes of appreciation in online parlance. TYs, thank yous. This might be a luau. Big dust up. Alter in a way as a waistband. Maybe this is not, because this looks like let out. Anti-smuggling group. FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, but this looks weird. Big dust up. I don't think this is right. Big dust up could be a brawl. That would make this Brazil. A ref, not an ump. I should have figured that that was a possibility. And a fray? This could be the ATF. This was in the puzzle recently, but I forget what it stands for. Oh, it's something in firearms. It's basically a list of things that are whose movement is controlled across borders, but I don't even remember what any of the things are. I think this is a fray. Little dust up. Oh, we have big dust up and little dust up. Interesting. A spat, maybe? Batter's position. Batter's position. Position. Keep adding to a heap. Maybe pile on. This does look like it could be spat, at least. Michelin product attire. Donations for the poor, alms. Money market account figures are rates. Foot warmers. A war god. Right. Blair House. Very good. Born in Haiti. In Haiti, I should say. The word born in Haiti, where they speak French, is ne. A batter's position could be their stance. Cousin of a flugelhorn, a cornet. Result. To result is to ensue. Thousands in slang. G's, thousands of dollars. G for grand, I think. Ghostly pale ashen. Subtle difference, a nuance. Used one. Used one. Used one. Suit in a certain suite. An exec in a C-suite, I think is what we want there. Deliver up. Deliver up. Upper body muscle for short, probably a pec. A pawn? Is that what we want? To let go, as in to fire, is to axe. Hump day, abbreviated as Wednesday. Used one. I mean, I think this is related to pawn shop. But I don't see how the part of speech matches. Used one could mean the verb used past tense, used one something, but that doesn't fit. And then, or it could be used one, a compound sort of adjective there. One who is used. Oh, okay. Yeah, one who is used in a game, a sort of figurative chess match is a pawn in that game. Okay, that's fine. To deliver up is to what? Cede? Yeah, because this is Wednesday. Deliver up. I don't know why that is, but that's fine. Sandwich meat option, probably ham. Get back for, to avenge. This looks like England then. Howard's End daughter, Evie? First name of TV's Mrs. Maisel. Oh, what is her name? Chill in the air. A nip in the air, maybe? Muriel? Miriam? Cheerful. Gay, probably? Awards for Shohei Ohtani and Caitlin Clark. These are ESPYs from ESPN. It does look like Evie or Evie and Miriam here. Total count in an online shopping cart. The items in the cart. Oh, and this is Narita, I guess. Japan Airlines hub. And this is Italy. To saute. Our dog is Asta, I think. And this is to saute. Okay, right. University of Maryland Athletes Turns. Is that their team name? Vietnamese holiday is Tet, the Vietnamese New Year. Seat of White Pine County, Nevada. Why would I know that? Stereotypical dog's name. 3 letters. Dread River of Oath per Homer. That's the river Styx in Greek mythology. Only player on 3 victorious teams in this puzzle must be Pele. Terps? I guess must be short for something. I don't know. Eli, I guess. And then Rex, yes, a stereotypical dog's name. Okay. Okay, so our timely theme then is World Cup winners, and it's a global club with only 8 members. I didn't know that there were only 8 nations that had won the presumably FIFA World Cup, I'm guessing. These look like all like... so I'm just going to pause for one moment here before I wrap up the puzzle. Okay, sorry for that. So we are looking at the theme for this puzzle, World Cup winners. And each of the World Cup winners appears with its country code in the circled letter. So in 4 across, which is a big dust-up, a brawl, we have BRA for Brazil. In 18 across, which is also a big dust-up, we have, which is a fray, we have FRA for France. And we also have, the years where that particular nation has won the World Cup. Brazil with the most victories of all, 5 of them, I think. France in 98 and 2018. At 24 across, Mars notably was a war god, and so ARG, we have Argentina, who won in 78, 86, and 2022. At 36 across, the Cinco de Mayo birth would make a person a Taurus if they were born on May 5th. And hidden within that, we have Uruguay, who won in 1930 and 1950. At 43 across, Ladybird director Greta is Greta Gerwig. And hidden in that is GER for Germany, who won in 54, 74, 1990, and 2014. At 50 across, the Japan Airlines hub is Narita. I'll have to look up where that is exactly. But hidden in that is ITA for Italy, who won in 1934, 1938, 1982, and 2006. At 61 across, to get back for is to avenge. And we have in there ENG, England, who won in 1966. And finally, at 69 across, the awards for Shohei Ohtani and Caitlin Clark, both athletes who might be awarded ESPY awards from the ESPN, the sports network. We have ESP for España, or Spain, who won in 2010. So those are our theme entries, our winning World Cup winning nations. Only 8, surprising. And any other clues worth going over? There's a couple of kind of obscure music clues. At 19 across, a tam tam is an example of a gong, and at 45 across, cousin of a flugelhorn is a cornet, both sort of in the trumpet family of instruments. What else here? We have, in addition to the 2 big dust-ups at 4 and 18 across with our theme entries there, we also have a little dust-up, a spat, which is pretty fun. I don't think I looked at this. Abbreviation at the bottom of a business letter, ENC for enclosed, listing another document that might be enclosed in the letter. Not at all is no wise, which feels like a really archaic way of saying no way, like this is in no way, such and such. No wise is not a phrase that I've heard before, so that's kind of interesting. 3-player card game is Scat, which I think I actually played when I was younger, but I'll have to remind myself of how to play that, what kind of a game it is. I think it's a trick-taking game. Maybe similar to Wizard. I'm not sure. I'll have to look it up. 42 is a little bit tricky, although the quotes kind of give it away here. We don't want someone who is born in Haiti, but we want the way of saying the word born. That's why it's in quotes. In Haiti, where they speak French, that's né. And then we have some kind of very specific American clues, which I'll have to look up. We have Alf Landon here, which I don't know. We have Blair House. We have the ATF, the organization, the anti-smuggling organization there. There was one more, I think. Tribe of the Colorado Plateau, I guess, is University of Maryland athletes. I'll have to look at what TERPS is short for. And seat of White Pine County, Nevada, I guess, is Eli. These are all kind of a little bit... Oh, and Biltmore Estate, yeah. Some Americans, a lot of American specific clues here, more than usual, I think. Asta has appeared in the grid before, but I could never remember the name. I had to get it through the crosses. Suit in a certain suite. We want a suit is sort of a slang word for a high up person, business-wise, and a certain suite. Probably they're talking about a C-suite, a corner suite. And this is an executive. Miriam Maisel is what that ends up being. I've only seen a few episodes. Very good show, but never sort of got around to watching more of it. What else? Yeah, we have, in addition to the dust-ups here, the 3 dust-ups, we also have a hullabaloo. Where was that? Here. At 10 down, a hullabaloo is an ado. I don't know why sauté took me such a long time. And I don't know why zucchini is the example for sautéing, but sure. I have to remind myself of Howard's End and who this character is. And, yeah, Pele is sort of a theme-related clue here. And now I know he has played for Argentina and Brazil, but I don't know who the third team is that he's played for. So I'll have to look at that, and I'll put that in the video description along with anything else that I discover. But that is our puzzle for Wednesday, June 10th by David J. Kahn and Ethan Quigley, grandfather and grandson. A fun and timely Wednesday theme. If you enjoyed the stuff, please leave me a thumbs up, let me know, and if you want to know when I'm posting next, hit that subscribe button and you'll get those notifications. And we'll see you next time on Crosshatch Puzzles. Cheers.